dedicated to all things Mother Teresa. And in the run-up to her canonization in Rome on September 4th, we will be sharing with you music, talks, testimonies, event coverage, and a whole lot more. In today's episode of Mother and Me, we have for you one of Mother's daughters, artist Ritu Singh.
Good evening to all our viewers. We are honored and privileged to have with us the great artist, Mrs. Ritu Singh, who is also known as the teacher by day and the artist by night. That's how everyone refers to her. The former art teacher of LMB is here with us this evening. So, ma'am,
Hello.
it's an honor to be here, ma'am.
It's my pleasure too, and I'm very honored to be with you today. And as you want me to speak about Mother, where does one start about Mother? Mother being the mother of the world, and my whole life was with Mother. And to start on something or to talk about her in just a few words is not actually it doesn't
Not possible.
happen, and it is not possible. But for me, Mother is and will always be. She's my deity, she's my mother, and she's my mentor. So that is the reason what I am today, and because of her I'm alive, because of her. And she's my mother because she was a real mother to me when I needed her, and a wonderful inspiration for my work. And I started painting because I was so closely associated with Mother, and that's where my life started as a painter, mainly in Mother House when I was a very young girl of 8 years old. That's when I met her, and she has done so many miracles on me, which I believe in miracles because my association with her was like a miracle. And so whatever I did in my lifetime was so very close to her, and because of her I could manage to do what I am today. So trying to pinpoint something and say that this is my most memorable one, I don't think I have one. I have hundreds of them. I mean, my whole entire life is with her, and each day was a miracle with her. But I always remember these beautiful little happenings that used to happen. There's one very fabulous, or rather it's something that touches my heart and my mother, because my mother was associated for much longer than I was. She started with Mother Teresa when Mother was with the first tens, when she had come out as a mother to the world. She had opened her Missionaries of Charity. So that's the time when, this is about some years later, we always we went to Mother for our blessings, or anything that happened in our house had to be first associated with Mother, and we had to get her blessings first before we do anything. So any function that took place was always referring to Mother first, and going to get her blessings first. My birthday, my mother's birthday, my family member's birthday, or any good day or any auspicious day, we always first celebrated it at Mother House, and then we would do it in our house. Like a puja had to take place, so we would do it first in Mother. And this one incident is something so fabulous, that my mother, that's Saroj, and myself, we realized it is this Kavari Puja, that's on Mahalakshmi Day, for the Durga Puja, when the deity, the Ma Durga, comes into the deity. When she enters, there's a certain muhurat, a certain timing when the mother, that is Ma Durga, comes into the effigy of the beautiful Durga Maas that they made, the lovely beautiful Durga. In the Durga Puja you see these deities. So when she enters, that has a specific timing and a specific moment. We had gone to see Mother to do the Kavari Puja. That is a Kavari Puja. The Kavari Puja, you understand, which means the Puja of the Virgin. And when we went there, we had gone at about 6 o'clock in the evening, because it was an evening time. The puja is done in the evening. So we went there to do the puja on Mother Teresa, because for us, being a Hindu, and we have our rituals, and so we try to follow them. And because she was like a deity to me and my mother, so we wanted to do that particular puja on Mother Teresa.
Okay.
And when we went there, Mother told us to sit and wait. She was in a meeting. So from 6:30, it came from 6 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7. So we were keeping on waiting, and every time we tell the sisters, please remind Mother in case she's forgotten we are sitting here, and we had to come back and do our own puja in the house. So we said, please remind Mother that we are here and we'd like to see her for a moment. So when the sisters would go in, they would come out promptly saying that Mother has asked you to wait. She's coming. So from the 6 to 6:30 to 6:30 to 7:30, 7:30 to about 7:45, we were still waiting. At about 7:45, or some such moment, Mother comes out. And we were sitting outside Mother's room and waiting for her. And then she comes out, and then we ask her, Mother, can we do this puja on you? So without she didn't say no, she says, okay. So what we did, we had 2 garlands, and we garlanded her, and then we had a box of sweets, and we touched her feet, and after the garlanding, and then we said, Mother, bless us. And then we said, Mother, here are some sweets, which please you must have. And she would never have, sweets and things like that off her, timings. But we said, Mother, you must have this one little bite, because this is it's a holy ritual that we are doing. So she promptly said, okay, my child. So she took it, she said, I'll take it. So it's all right. And then I said, Mother, can you give me one back? So Mother was quite surprised. She said, but you have given me the sweets. Why do you want it back? I said, no, Mother, I don't want the whole box. I just want one portion of the sweets. If you can open the box and give it to me. So she says, why? So I said, Mother, that's the prasad from you to us. So for us, it means the world, that we are getting a prasad from you as our mother. And as we have prayed and we have done the puja on you as the Ma Durga's puja. So she smiled and she says, okay. And she gave us back one little sandesh or whatever sweet that was. She gave it back to us. And we were so elated, that we are getting a prasad from Mother. But we did not tell her that, you are my Durga, Ma. So we were so happy. And for us, she was Ma Durga, because we believe that she doesn't have to be a saint for us. She already was our saint. So, and we were so happy, and we came home. When we came home, my uncle, he came, and just by the way, he says, today is Ma Durga's, she was supposed to come at about 6, 7 in the evening, but her time of coming into the deity was 8:15.
Wow.
And that was a time when Mother had come out of the room. She kept us waiting for so long, not coming out. And she came out, why at 8:15 or 10 minutes before 8, something, there was a certain specific time. And on that on that moment when I said, when we were trying to make it so clear, what was the time when you said? He said, this is this time, 8 past so and so minutes, Mother enters the deity. So, and that was exactly the time when Mother came and we garlanded her.
Wow.
So, we were shocked into, we just couldn't believe ourselves that actually Mother did come into the right muhurat. She came out and let us do the puja on her, which was a miracle. For us, that was our miracle. Having Mother accepting our offering for her on the time of the deity, when the deity walks into or comes into the idol. So the idol is there. She's not there complete unless the Mother comes inside and that moment was there. And that's when we did her puja. And this is something so fantastic, and we just can't forget this, because she let us pray to her, she let us do puja on her without, any hesitation or anything, because she knew that what we were doing is from our heart and we believe in what we were doing. And I think that was something so special, because for us, Mother and my mother had telepathy with Mother Teresa, and every time I used to always wonder, Mommy, how do you know that Mother is saying this, or Mother has come to the house without even letting anyone know that she has walked into the house? Because she had started going out of Calcutta, very often. So these were these little moments and little pleasures of our life that we shared with Mother, and we had with Mother, is when one day when she was away, and she suddenly came to Mother house, and we were on the way from Park Street to our home when Mother asked the driver, "आप Mother house का तरफ चलिए, go towards Mother house, that is Malik Bazaar." So he turned, and we were in a cab, not in the regular car. So when we went there, I said, "Mama, but why are you going in a taxi to Mother house? You can't get a taxi back home." It was very difficult to get a taxi there. So she said, "No, Mother has come back." I said, "But you don't know whether Mother has come back, because nobody knows whether Mother has come back." She said, "No, she's at home, she's there." So we went, and she
No, and
was
we
there.
went, she was
And
there.
so the sisters were asking, "Saroj, none of us know that Mother's coming today. How did you know that Mother is here today?" She says, "Mother told me she's here." So, Mother is very, I said, "Mama, you have telepathy with Mother?" She says, "Yes." So she knew. So when she knew, and we went to see her, and she had just come in, and she was supposed to catch a flight back to some other place. So she just rushed to have something, and to go to to her room to collect some files or something, and she had to catch another plane back, and she had to leave for the airport. And there was no time, and we were standing in her parlor. We had gone to Park Street, we were crossing Fleury's, and we had just picked up a few cakes. Just little small cakes. Those cakes, long time ago, they used to make these cakes called French fingers or some fingers, were just finger puffs or something they were called, but they were my favorite. So we bought about 6-7 of them, or maybe 12 of them, small little box. And we had entered Mother's house with the box. Now once we've entered Mother house, my mother became restless that this little box, once I've entered Mother house, I cannot take it home. We have to give it to somebody, because this is a missionaries of charity. We don't bring something and take it back. So she was very restless in her mind, didn't know what to do. She would hide it under her sari, also that nobody should see that little box. It is a ridiculous small box which was not to be given to anybody. It was just we were taking it home. So, but she became so restless, and then Mother had just gone up. So she waved to us, and she said, "Saroj, I'm just coming." And she went up. About 5 minutes later, she came down. 10 minutes later, and as she was coming down the stairs, she from the stairs, from the top 2-3 stairs, we are right on the bottom. She says, "Saroj, the box that you have with you, give it to me. I'm very hungry, and I have not eaten from morning. I shall eat it on the plane." That stupefied us. We just didn't know what to say and what to do, because how did she know that we were carrying a box of some cakes? And my mother was so restless because of that how do we take it back home? So she asked us that I want to eat that on the way to the airport, or in the plane, because they don't. And she also said that they don't give me anything to eat on the plane, so I will eat it on the plane. How on earth did she know that we were having a box of cakes with us, and she would eat that on the plane? So these again, it's unbelievable if you believe it or you don't believe it. These are the things that happen with us all the time. And she would come to know that we are thinking about something, or my mother has some sort of telepathy with her, that she knows what Saroj is thinking about or what's happening with her life. So this is what, every time Mother would say, "Okay, please, my child, don't." Whenever I was upset, or one day I was extremely upset, and I was very down, and I went to her, and Mother asked me, she held my hand like this, and she says, "What can I do for you, my child?" So I rattled on and said I was very upset, and I was literally tears in my eyes and talking to her. So she says, "Ritu, my child, why are you upset? You should never be upset. You are so lucky. People have one mother to look after them. You have 3 mothers to look after you." So for a moment, that shock of listening to her that I have 3 mothers, I just kept silent, and I said, "Mother, how 3 mothers?" So she says, "Don't you know you have 3 mothers?" I said, "No, Mother." And so she says, "You have Saroj, she is your mother. You have me, I'm your mother. And you have Our Lady, Mother Mary, she's also looking after you. So you should never be unhappy. So smile, my child, and be happy all the time." And that's the reason I'm happy all the time. And I haven't ever had reasons to not smile and not be happy and be upset. So these are the moments, in my life that Mother has brought happiness to me, and we have lived our life right through with Mother, happy and.
Ma'am, be it newspaper, journals, or whatever, you've always been referred to as the daughter of Mother. So, how
Yes,
happy does
yes.
that make
Oh,
you feel?
that is something that is such a wonderful blessing for me, that I am recognized as Mother's daughter in Calcutta. And because, this is something so special and such a wonderful blessing. I mean, everyone is a daughter of Mother Teresa, but I am a little more special, because as a little girl from the age of 8 till she was alive, everybody referred to me as Mother, your daughter has come. Whenever we go to see Mother, they would always say, Mother, your daughter has come. So it's Ritu who has come. And she would never, never not come and see us or ever said that she was too busy for us. Never. It's never happened in all her life that whenever we went to Mother House, she always came and she always talked to us, whether it's for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, or even 10 minutes. She showed her face. We bowed to her. She blessed us. And the blessings and the lovely hugs that I've had from Mother, I think nobody else in the world has been hugged so much as I have been lucky enough to be hugged. I keep teasing my mother that, and I say, Mama, you've never hugged me as much as Mother has. So she's my real mother. So, that feeling, that wonderful feeling of belonging to Mother and being recognized as her daughter is something so, so special. And it's a blessing. And that's all I can say, is that I'm the blessed child of Mother Teresa. So this is something very, very special for me.
Ma'am, you were one of the first to ever paint Mother. So,
Yes.
how did that idea come up?
That is not an idea, dear. That is what I happened to do, the painting on Mother Teresa, and I, sort of worked very, very hard to do a portrait of young Mother. I always wanted to paint her young. All my paintings that I have done all my life are of young Mother. Never did I want to paint her old, because for me she's always the ever young mother of mine. So when I did this portrait, I took it to Mother to show her the portrait. And when I showed her the portrait, I said, Mother, this is your portrait. And she loved it so much. And she said, oh, it's very beautiful. And I said, this is your gift from me. And so she said, thank you. And she signed on the portrait.
Oh, wow.
And she said, I will put it in my first love. So she went to hang it in her first love. And it was there for so many years till she was alive. So that's the portrait. That is, and she herself said that this is the first painting that is painted of me by anyone. So these are her words, my blessing.
Ma'am, if Calcutta is proud of the fact that Mother belongs to this city, I think we are half proud that you belong to our city too.
Well,
And-
I'm blessed.
And it's an honor to have interviewed you, ma'am, and I'm sure our viewers have got to know a lot about Mother personally. So thank you so much for doing this for us, ma'am. And it was a privilege to be here with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you so much.
My
Thank
pleasure
you so
and
much.
privilege.
Here's another question to add to your trivia bank. Who is the sister who joined Mother Teresa in the first batch of her new congregation and is still alive? The answer to this question will be given to you on Friday. The answer to Monday's question is Mother Teresa's full name is Agnes Gonza Bojaxi, meaning rosebud or little flower in Albanian. Thank you for watching. This is Simran Pradhan signing off.